Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Let's not bung it up this time. Let's actually make sure I don't delete the videos like I did with the Facet forging. That was unfortunate. We're starting off the final Facet quest for the Crystalline Mean. So, Beth, this incorporates Alchemist and Culinarian, so I'm choosing the Alchemist route. It doesn't really matter what you choose, because they're both the same. But Beth, what's up? What a pleasant aroma. Pray forgive me, I couldn't help but notice a fragrance of medicinal herbs about you. Are you by chance an alchemist? Yes. So you're the honored guest I've heard so much about. I have no idea where you were an artisan. I no doubt the highest order to keep company with the Crystal Exarch. This is such an honor. Goodness me, where are my manners? My name is Betheric, resident veterinarian and overseer of the Facet of Nourishing. Now I know what you're thinking. There's no way this grisly monster of a man is fit to handle animals, but you'd be wrong. In fact, my scars only came from handling the Amaro. Don't let their docile appearance fool you. They can be quite feisty. Speaking of which, I have a patient due for an examination. Would you care to join me? I won't twist your arm on the matter, but if you mind to humor me, you can find me over at the Amaro launch. Alright. We might launch this way. Where are we going? Yeah. That was unfortunate about the Facet of Forging. It's also unfortunate about the alchemy job quest too. Haha. I swear, I've never done that before. Now, those are actually the only two times I've actually made an error like that. So your curiosity got the best of you, eh? The poor girl has been hurt transporting cargo, and her sadly misguided owner let her wounds get infected. I insist that she stay here until she's made a full recovery. Now then, let's have a look at you. Swelling's down. So is the inflammation. A few more days and you should be able to fit to fly again. She's by far the sweetest animal I've ever had the pleasure of caring for, and she loves to be pet. Why don't you come close and see for yourself? Oh, come now. How can you say no to those starry eyes and that come hither and pet me snout? Go on, she won't bite. Really? Okay. I'm holding her to it. If I get bit, it's on you. My word, I've never seen her take to a stranger so quickly. Why, it's as if you would touch her very soul. You have a knack for caretaking. I have a choke one tomorrow myself, so... It calls to mind the gift which Amaro possessed long ago. As you've no doubt noticed, the Amaro served to transport or delivery goods much like chocobos. The key difference between them, however, is the Amaro were born of magic. A variety of lizards enchanted by mages in the days of Ronkan Empire refined further into what we know as Amaro through selective breeding. Oh, these arcane magics allow them to sense the souls of their masters and even speak. Alas, when the Empire fell, the techniques used to raise the Amaro were lost. Oh boy. While they're no longer to possess their pre-eternal abilities of old, they've retained the ability to fly. Oh, I wouldn't give the chase the wind and touch the sky. Well, it sucks to be you, because I can. Because I can fly. To be an Amaro! Ooh, he's very excited. There's no finer animal in all creation. To be reborn as a majestic Amaro would be a blessing. Okay. But of course, I can understand if you do not share in my enthusiasm. I can fly, so I can kind of relate. There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Lasana, what a pleasant surprise. Finally come for that lecture on Amaro taxonomy? Ooh. I have no time for your babble on animal facts. You're needed at the stable, and Amaro has been brought in from the fields and seems to be ill. We fear it may be poison. Uh-oh. That's not good. Poison? I'll be there at once. If the situation is as dire as it seems, I may have needed your assistance. Please say you'll come with me. Why not? Invested in this though so far, so what can go wrong? Alright, let's get moving. Gotta go see ourselves in Amaro and see what we can do to help. Oh boy. Gotta go over here, past these people, and over the edge. Alright, what's going on here? Yeah, this Amaro looks like it's seen better days. You're good. You're here. Good. I've just finished the cursory examination. Outwardly, he shows no signs of severe injury, but he has indeed been poisoned. Judging by his breathing, it's hardly already exact cause inflammation of his windpipe. We must hurry and identify the toxin. Ugh. Who would do such a thing? Poachers. They've been hunting Amaro, cutting out their tongues and leaving them to die on our doorstep for some time now. We've increased our patrols on the perimeter, but they've proven more resourceful than we thought. At least this time we succeeded in denying them their prize. And for that we're grateful, but we must act quickly. Betheric, I leave them in your capable hands. Betheric. Betheric? Is everything alright? Oh yes, of course. Only the poachers used poison-laced feed bearing a striking resemblance to our stores. Amaro lucky believed they were from the Crystarium. He trusted them and he took advantage of his innocence. I mean, could make them see the error of their ways, but I fear such wicked hearts are beyond reason. You can but try to undo the damage they've caused. And to do that, I would ask your assistance. Come, there's no time to waste. Let's get ourselves some antidote made. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you feed wild animals. I mean, you feed them for a time, you eventually gain their trust, and they actually start approaching you when they would otherwise avoid you at all costs. It's happened to me when I was working at Walmart. There was a cat in our garden center, and every time I saw it, I always went and grabbed like $1 can of food and we gave it to him. And he eventually started to approach me. Thank you for coming. I've identified the poacher's poison. However, producing an antidote will prove a much more difficult process than I was expecting. You see, the Amaros are on a different breed than those that I'm accustomed to caring for. All you've seen here are the Crystarium Greytails. Our patient, however, is a Berube skipper from a region long since lost to the flood. Under normal circumstances, I would be beside myself for excitement. He may very well be the last of his kind. Ugh. Meaning there can be no room for error in the preparation for an antidote. The task calls for an artist in surpassing skill, one who understands the heart of those blessed creatures. Tesla, I believe this is why fate guided your steps to me. I beg of you, help me save this Amaro. I can't leave it to die now, can I? What kind of person would I be? I knew I could count on you. Based on his blood work and my knowledge of Greytail physiology, I've put together a list of ingredients that should produce a rather potent antidote. The rest falls to you. Alright. Okay, so, let's see here. We gotta make these items. So typically you need 18 of each item, like before, except for the second to level 75 quest, their offering of sweets and the Zune style Amaro feed. Everything else you need 18 of. So, yeah. With that being said, I am going to gather all these materials. I'm going to craft all the items I need. And then, once I've done that, I will be back and we will trade everything in, and we will be done. We will continue on with this storyline. So, I will be right back. Okay, I've got the items, but I gotta do a bit of an explanation about what happens. So, at the beginning, when we first met with the Amaro and everything went to black for the cutscene, my recording decided to cut out on me, so I lost like almost 7 minutes of footage because of that. Thankfully, I was able to go back on the PS5, find the lost footage, upload it to YouTube, then download it so I can throw it up in Adobe Premiere. But since I didn't have the recording audio, I had to record a separate audio file for the dialogue that was missed, because that's not included in the actual video file. So that is why, if you notice a drop in the actual quality of the video for that span of time, because the PS5 I think can only goes up to like, I definitely don't think it's 1080. It has to be like 720 or something, because it definitely does not look 1080. So yeah, we are back. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. I don't know what's going on today. Today is like cursed. First, I ended up trashing the beginning of the forging facet of forging, and then this happened. So what else can go wrong? Hopefully nothing else. But yeah, I went ahead and crafted all of the items I need, so we're good to go. So we've got the feed, we've got the antidote, we've got the porridge, and we've got the fortifying suit. So Beth, here's your antidote. There you are. Not a moment too soon. After I test its efficacy, I'll begin administering the antidote right away. Okay. Looks like Skip is going to pull through, and it's all thanks to you. As you weren't here for that, weren't you? Were you? He may reside here at the Crystine for some time, but we thought it best to give him a name. Being a skipper from the Barub region, we thought Skip to be a suitable moniker. We're not quite out of the woods yet, but if we continue treatments, the poison should be gone before a system soon enough, or from a system. Though I must say, I did not expect you to have such an accomplished apothecary. Indeed, the antidote's effectiveness has exceeded all my expectations. In my experience, such exemplary work only comes from the one deeply concerned for the well-being of their patients, and it certainly shows here. Surely you're an inspiration. Would I had met you in my youth, perhaps I could have, or perhaps not. What's that supposed to mean? Pay no mind my ramblings of the past. We can both focus on the present, that being the recovery of our dear Skip. Alright. I'm an Amaro enthusiast! Ooh. His recovery is proceeding apace, but there's still the matter of what's going on. Sasa, what a pleasant surprise. I was just about to go and check on Skip as well as administer another dose of your medicine. Care to join me? Sure. Let's see what's going on. The worst has passed, but he still has trouble eating on his own. Until he shows further improvement, I've decided to keep him on a mostly liquid diet. Needless to say, we've kept him well hydrated, and our flavorful fare, such as that is, has somehow managed to keep up his appetite. Your wounds are healing quite nicely, Skip. Still, he needs lots of rest. I'll feel better once he's regained the strength to walk. Though it still beggars belief that he's even here. And honest to God's Barub skipper. Even assuming some of the few escaped the flood all those years ago, their domestication should have left them ill-suited to survive in the wild. Obviously, Skip was proved to the contrary, and it begs the question. If they found the sanctuary here in Norvron, why would he leave? Was it curiosity of people that led you to the Lakeland? I can only imagine your horror when you realize the poacher's intentions. But enough fretting. Skip is safe now. There's still much work to be done to ensure his recovery. You know, this would be like the perfect questline to actually get the Amaro mounts rather than doing it through achievements. This would be the perfect questline to get it from. I don't know why I never thought of that, or at least get the Skip variants, compensate the darker shade to the normal Amaro. I must thank you again for the antidote. It's proven surprisingly effective despite how little we know of its breed, and there should be no side effects from its usage. However, because Skip has needed so much rest, it will be that much harder for him to regain his physical strength. I think it possible you could prepare dietary supplements for him. Something easy on the stomach, but high in nutrition to help us restore his stamina. Truly you are sane. I'll leave you to your work then. Assuming we could skip. Okay, here's your items. Wonderfully done, Cecilla. Why, I'm tempted to sample this myself. In fact, I think I will. Smooth texture, rich flavor, no doubt full of bursting with nutrients. Yes, this will do nicely. Enjoy it. I can't believe we ate animal feed. This is more than enough to see Skip back on his feet. Thank you. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure. More so if you should have the time to pay him a visit. Oh, Skip. Whenever I look at him, I'm reminded of my youth. Despite my appearance now, I was rather foolhardy in my day. What a time that was, diving headlong into a thick of battle, axe in hand, astride my faithful Amaro. Every job was carried out to the letter by any means necessary. There was nothing I wouldn't do for a bit of coin. The headsmen, they used to call me. That's all in the past. Ooh. I'm a veterinarian, motivated not by coin, but my love of Amaro. And as a fellow enthusiast, I hope I can turn to you again in the future should I need of assistance. Can't leave an Amaro here to suffer. I got one of my own. And I really love the Amaros too. Speaking of loving Amaros, Amaro lover. He's on his feet. Look at that. What's up, guy? You're sure you shouldn't be sneak up on me like that? It wouldn't do to leave the Crystariums tomorrow without their veterinarian. But since you're here, would you care to join me on a trip to the Rookery? I think you'll be happy to see how Skip's condition has improved. Well, he's up and moving around, so that's good. He's not yet able to fly, but it's quite a relief to see him walking again. Well, I need to keep a close eye on him and adjust his diet as his condition improves. Speaking of which, Skip, time to eat. No? Still wary, I see. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame the guy. He was poisoned. Or not the guy, the animal. He refused to eat anything unless I or one of the stable hands taste it first. I mean, I can't blame him. It's alright, Skip. Cecil prepared this especially for you. Alright. That's the way. Keep eating like that, you'll build your strength up in no time at all. What that is hard could be so easily mended. In light of his ordeal, I can understand his apprehension at the approach of our stable hands, but even the presence of other Amaro leave him in panic. It would be foolish to return him to the wild in his present state, but to continue caring for him here would prove no less difficult for him. Every day I feed him, I tend to his wounds, yet he refuses to do so much as glance in my direction. Ooh. What's this? He'll allow you to gaze into those limpid pools of raven black? Could it be he's finally ready to open his heart to us? To me? I don't know about you. Come, Skip, let's show Cecil the true strength of our friendship. No. Well, it seems at least he's beginning to spring the step. Perhaps we should return to the main. There's still more work to be done. Again, this would have been the perfect quest line to get an Amaro variant. Ooh, it speaks. This would have been the perfect quest line. Like, there was a huge missed opportunity. I get the Amaros are cool mounts, but this would have been a perfect opportunity to get one. I suspect you hear this quite often, but I can't thank you enough for all your help. Were it in my power, I would hire you as my personal apothecary. I could finally rest easy knowing the Amaro would have quality fare. That's not to say we fail to take good care of them, mind you, but there's no denying the fruits of your work. As a matter of fact, your supplements have already done wonders for Skip's stomach. His appetite has returned and his bowel function has markedly improved, which is why I believe it's time to move on to the next stage in his treatment. Having rested for so long, I suspect Skip's muscles suffer from some degree of atrophy, which is why I need you to create a new supplement to help strengthen his muscles. Are you up to the challenge? Sure. Here you go. How's it you making something so simple seem such a delicacy? I believe this warrants another sampling. Quite palatable, and no doubt full of nutrition Skip needs. Well done. That should be more than enough to see Skip to a full recovery. He's grown fond of a mealtime, you know, though I think that's mostly due to your handiwork. You should see the way he perks up at the mere mention of your name. I worry that what will happen when you're gone and another sickly Amaro is brought to the stables. And falls to me to prepare the medicine needed for the convalescence. Not fond of cooking, I take it? Quite the contrary. Supply me 4 eggs, I can cook the greatest omelet that will ever pass your lips. My recipe for baked beans is also rather popular, but I know that's not what you meant, is it? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. As I mentioned once before, I once enjoyed the companionship of an Amaro, back when I still worked as a mercenary. We were inseparable, until one fateful day when he was gravely wounded trying to protect me from sin eaters. I brought him back here to the Crystarium with all haste, but resources were scarce, and a caretaker of Amaro was unheard of, let alone a proper veterinarian. So I took matters in my own hands, using my personal store of medical supplies. It wasn't until he began convulsing that I realized the doses were too strong. I could only watch in horror as he thrashed about in pain, screaming, pleading for help. And suddenly he grew still. I swore then and there no man or beast would die by my hands ever again. Next day I traded in my axe for books to learn all there is to know of Amaro and their care. That said, I've always been on the belief that any medicine to be administered should be prepared by one adept in the arts. After seeing all you've done to help Skip, I'm beginning to think I have more studying to do. Speaking of Skip, there's something I wish to discuss with you, but I fear I've taken up enough of your time as it is. Why don't you come back later after you've had a bit of rest? Alright! Aficionado! Moving along quite nicely, if I do say so myself. No doubt you're eager to learn how Skip is doing. Well, I'm happy to report that, thanks to your efforts, the care of our stable hands at Temenes Rookery, he's made a near full recovery. Physically, at least. The wounds of his heart remain. He sits about the stables brooding, avoiding contact with me, Nem, and even the other Amaro. Before there can be any deliberation whether he remain here or be released back in the wild, I must ensure he is sound both in body and mind. For that, I must ask once again for your help. I'm loath to admit it, but you're the only one to whom Skip has shown any manner of affection. Not that I'm jealous, mind you, merely an observation. The poor boy barely even eats, though I do recall he was quite willing to partake in the medicine you provided, and the way he gazed into each other's eyes as if he... Ugh. My point is, I believe he'll be willing to emerge from his seclusion for you. Just try talking to him and see if he responds. Again, this would be the absolute perfect quest line for an Amaro mount. Or at least a variation, because, you know, there's tons of variations when it comes to game mounts. This will be the perfect quest line to get an Amaro mount. Or get Skip as a mount. Hello, Skip. My goodness, to simply look at you seems set his heart aflutter. Now that you have his attention, could you assure him that everything will be fine? Everything will be fine. I don't have my keyboard. Oh, god damn it. Oh, everything will be fine. It's as if he's become a different creature altogether. He looks so happy, so carefree. Perhaps now I can take it through to him. Skip! Nope. Still, he regards me as with that icy gaze. After all we've done to nurse him back to health, why is it only you to whom he shows affection? There is no denying that it was you who prepared the medicine that treated his poison, and I have no doubt Skip is aware of that fact. But surely there is some more to his fondness for you than that. Perhaps it has to do with the Amaro's innate predisposition to magic, is what allows them to sense the ether of others, though nowhere near as strongly as their ancestors. Indeed, so in tune with the Amaro of El and with the riders, they were often said to be of one mind. I can but wonder how such a parent from an early age would influence cognitive development, or if their breeder might. I don't know what you're implying. I don't like it. Ah, there you go, carried away again. What was I saying? Right, Skip's predisposition to magic. Perhaps he can sense your ether more strong than ours. Thereby, he gave him his greater understanding of your concern for his well-being. Despite the lengths we had gone to heal his body, without you, I dare say we would never be able to heal his heart. Yet there still remains a matter whether you can keep Skip here at the Crystarium or really return to the wilds. I only want what's best for him, but I fear this my decision will not be in line with what he desires. Oh, Skip, if only you could speak to us. Well, if it's a talking Amaro you need. You're acquainted with a talking Amaro? Truly? Oh, be still my beating heart. There is a name of such a beast in the Ronkan language. Tupac Amaro, the paragons of their kind. I never dared to dream of meeting one would be possible. What a time to be alive! Please, just I beg you, take me now. Take me to Wolkdorf, to Amaro Paradise. Wow, you need to calm down. That is to say, we must take Skip. Yes, then we might discern what it is that he wished to do. Of course, this means we must traverse through Ilmeg, home of the Pixies. Do you suppose they could grant us passage? Yes. Somehow it doesn't surprise me that you befriended them. Still, I think it would be best to err on the side of caution. You must prepare a tribute for me and Skip. Please, says that we are strangers to the Pixies. It is the surest way for me and Skip to appease them. What do you want me to do? Thank you. Thank you so much. I promise I'll make this up to you one day. If there's anything you need, speak with Nem and she will take care of the rest. Not the she? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if the beast tribes are male or female. There you go. Looks like we got cheese, we got cookies or muffins in there, we got, looks like tea. Goodness gracious, I've never seen such a brilliant craftsmanship. I may be tempted to partake before we reach our destination. No! It's our offering, it's not for you. I jest. Now, before we reach our final destination, we're gonna make a stop at Lida Laron, yes? Fear not, Cecil. Skip is in fine health, and I have no doubt he would travel near anywhere with you at his side. Let's be off then to Il Meg. Alright. There you are, the Pixies were quite pleased with that tribute. They even promised we won't take part in another part of their games. Pixies honor, they said. Not that I don't trust them, I'd better not stay around over long in case they change their minds. Well, it's the Pixies, so... Okay, guy. Can you contain yourself? Waldorf! It's so much more wonderful than I could have ever imagined. Lug? Why return so soon? Lug? This must be Skip's true name. But wait, that would mean he was raised here, wouldn't it? Why did I not answer? Are you hurt? Forgive me for interrupting, but Skip has been in my care for some time now, and I can assure you he cannot speak. It would be a terrible trauma it would appear a terrible trauma has caused him to withdraw into silence. If you know aught what happened to him, I would hear it. I see. We thought perhaps he might offer insight as to what he wished to do. I sense a great turmoil within his heart. He has ever loved the children of man, and now that love gives way to fear. He had a companion once, long ago. Together they left their home behind to travel the world, and it was that the shared love of adventure that led him to Nordvrant, sparing them from the flood. The light robbed Lug of his home, and the passage of time, his companion. He wandered the land alone until eventually he happened upon Waldorf. We took him in and raised him as kin and offered him guidance when he came of age. He has lived with us for over a century, yet seldom does he speak his mind to me or others. His reclusive nature has proven troublesome at times, but I know he means well. All these years, still he mourns the loss of his companion, the lives he touched on other adventures. That's why he might have left. I can assume he sensed someone or something familiar to him, reminiscent of his past life. I think it may have been you that drew him away from Waldorf. Oh, Lug. Sought man's companionship, but instead found his cruelty. I thank you both for keeping him safe, but I must ask you to leave him here. We'll take good care of him, I promise you. Ugh, sneeze. Pondering such sweet sorrow, but there will come a day when we meet again, Skip. Be well, my friend. Let's hurry back to the Crystarium. If we stay any longer, I fear I may never want to leave again. Ugh. I'll be back to visit you. Are you certain, Lug? You have been through a terrible ordeal, this is true, but there is still good in this world. I would hazard you understand this better than most. This is not a decision to be made lightly. Oh. Alright. Cecil, the most amazing thing has happened. It's Skip. Lug. He's returned to the rookery. Oh. Or was I dreaming? You don't suppose this could be some cruel trick of the Pixies, do you? He's back! He beat me here. Cecil, pray give me a moment for my heart to return to my chest. What happened? Having a heart attack? I was on my way back when I happened to peek down at the stables and saw him. I saw Skip. Quickly, we must go and see him. Skip! By the gods, it's really you. But why would he return? What did he return? You don't suppose the Amaro Wolfdorf was treating him, do you? No. No, they were quite nice. Oh, he speaks! But I want to live here with you. Bethric, and Cecila. He speaks! The Tupac, Amaro, and Wolfdorf spoke true. You do have the gift. I'm sorry for not speaking sooner. It was not my intention to deceive you. You have nothing to apologize for. Were I in your position, I likely would have done the same. Still, I still can't believe you're here. What exactly happened after we left you in Wolfdorf? I spoke with the other Amaro of the poachers and their poison, of your kindness and how you nursed me back to health. Sensing the conflict in my heart, they bade me think long and hard on what it was I truly desired. For nigh on a century I've longed for companionship I once shared with man. Yet it was not until I encountered the poachers that I became truly aware of his capacity for cruelty. I began to think perhaps all men secretly harbored such wickedness within them. Then I thought of Cecila and the food she lovingly made for me. It reminded me of my youth and the partner with whom I once explored the world. It reminded me that I must endeavor to seek the good in men's hearts. And I can think of no better place to do that here at the Crystarium, if you will have me. I can see no reason why not. What say you, Nem? I would welcome Skip without question, but it is not a decision for me to make alone. I must discuss this with the other stable hands. Thank you, thank you. Think nothing of it. A thought occurs to me. If you were to stay here at the stables, would you be able to tell us what the other Amaro were thinking? Indeed I could. I recall them being rather jealous of the food I ate when last I was here, though they understood as part of my treatment. Truly? Have they said anything about me? Why would they say anything of you? Poor guy. Maybe one day. Speaking of foods, Cecil, is there any chance you can compare any of the foods from my homeland? I'm sure they would love it. What a splendid idea. Nothing brings together people, or I suppose in this case, Amaro, like a delicious meal. How about it, Cecila? Think you can compare an Amaro fare in the Beirut fashion? I'll put together a list of necessary ingredients. As this is for that special request, you can be sure your efforts will be handsomely rewarded. Alright, I got what you need. Here's your feed. You've outdone yourself, Cecil. You don't mind if I have a taste, do you? Tastes exactly as Skip and said it would. Your prowess continues to inspire. Expertly done. I had better hurry this over to the stables before I'm tempted to sample more. You'll still go and visit Skip from time to time, won't you? I'm sure it would mean the world to him. It does my heart good to see the Amaro so happy and healthy. I'd do anything to keep him safe. Though I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about another poacher attack. There won't always be a craftsman on hand to mix the medicines I require. I'm certain you'll find a way. Even the ever the optimist I see. Well, I said I would do anything to keep them safe, and I meant it. I think it's high time I began studying medicine in earnest. First Skip and the others. You get it there. It's not that difficult. Speaking of whom, Nen said he wished to speak to you with me about Skip staying at this crystarium. If you mind to hear what she has to say, would you care to join me? Oh, good! Wonderful! Now, before I wrap up this quest line... Nope. Before I wrap this up, and complete that one quest. I don't think I'll get experience, but might as well spin my scripts. Again, I don't remember where I left off with scripts. All right. Blah. So I got more recipes, which is nice to have. That's cool. Pretty nice. I'm one book away to having all the books. So, I mean, that's something. Alright. There you are. As I told you before, Nem wished to speak to me about Skip staying here at the crystarium. You will also hear what she has to say. Meet us over at the rookery. Blah. Come. Good. Before we begin, I want to thank you again for the Barub feed you prepared for the Amaro. It was most excellent, and the other Amaro enjoyed it as well. But I digress. Now, as you may not be aware, Nem is a stable master here at the rookery. It warms my heart to see you well again, Skip. I have given the matter of your staying much thought, and there is no denying the value of your presence here at the crystarium. Then I have your leave to stay? In a word, yes. However, everyone here must do their part. To be certain that you two are able to contribute, I will have you undertake a test. A test? Yes, two in fact. First, I'll have you partake of the food we provided to the other Amaro here at the stable. Being of a different breed, we must be certain your feed is suitable to your constitution. That seems reasonable enough. I do not wish to alarm you, but the stable feed of our Amaro is the same as that used by the poachers who poisoned you. Must you really subject him to this now? It's not his constitution that concerns me, but the trauma of his experience. There's only so much we can do to accommodate a single Amaro of many. It would be impractical to maintain a separate stock of food for him alone. If he proves comfortable eating it, then we can discuss the next test. If there's no other way, then I must try. I believe in you, Skip. So that's what you'd be willing to prepare the feed. Perhaps it'll assuage his fears if he senses it was made by your hand. Thank you. Alright. Make some feed. That's not what I want to do. Alright. Alright, I got your feed. Another culinary masterpiece. This looks fantastic. You're quite skilled to master a recipe so quickly. Such quality would normally require years of training. Are you certain there's no other way? Already I can feel my stomach turning in protest. You can do it, Skip. Remember, Cecil prepared this especially for you. I'll be fine. This is good. More than good. This is delicious. I regret not partaking sooner. Thank you, Cecil. That's the spirit, and imagine how much more enjoyable your meals will be in the company of the other Amaro. Well done. We may move on to the next test then. Yes, of course. What would you have me do? You must fly from the belt to the Amaro launch, carrying a passenger. Ah, of course. Preparing for the work of the other Amaro carried out, yes? Precisely. All who here at the Castarium must do their part to support our community. For you, that part will be to transport goods and people. I've not had a rider since the flood. Still, I am an Amaro. Such a task should prove a simple one. Come, Cecil, let us be off. No, you must take Bethric. Me? It's clear you have formed a strong connection with Cecil, Skip, but you are not like to share any such bond with riders in your day-to-day work. But it's been too long since I've ridden. Once more, Skip has but recently recovered from his illness. Perhaps one of your stable hands, one proficient in. Such a skill is not easily forgotten. You will ride him, Bethric. My decision is final. You may have stayed to observe if you like. Perhaps your presence will settle their nerves. If you'll be watching, then I cannot fail. Provided I don't make a mess of things, of course. I'll try not to let Skip down. Landing at the Amaro launch is more difficult than one might think, but I'll guide him as best I can. We'll be waiting for you at the belt. Where's the belt? Oh, it's in Lakeland. Oh. It's in Lakeland. Alright guys, let's put you guys to the test. This is it, Skip. How you feeling? Equal parts terrified and excited. It was here I was assailed by the poachers, but as we take to the sky and fly back to the Crystarium, I tend to leave those painful memories behind. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Isn't that... Well, I'll be. It's that talking Amaro who got away from us the other day. No. No, it can't be. Don't you two move you here. We don't want any trouble. Just your feathered friend here. They say the tongue of an Amaro like that can cure any illness. Should fetch a nice price from those overfed prigs in Eelmore. Tupac Amaro tongues are never been proven to possess such curative properties. Well, it don't matter what we think. If they're willing to pay Gil hand over fist for a sliver of their tongue, who are we to argue? We need to let their guard somehow. If they can be apprehended and questioned, perhaps we can locate their hideout and put an end to their entire operation. It's somewhat of a gamble, but I have an idea. Skip, do you think you lift me up into the air? No, not again. I can't. What's that? Best speak up now while you still can. Shut up, Skip. We'll get through this. You're right. I can't squander all you and the others have done for me. Bethric, quickly! Wait here, Cecilla. What are you up to? What are you lot up to now? Out of the way, maggot! We're having that tongue. You peddling streak of piss! You're a gormless pile of more shit! Don't you dare lay a hand on my Skip! What in the seven hells? Well. Oh, he's got a bomb! Let's go! Right. Or 11 orb, I should say. My legs! I can't feel my legs! Out of the way, Cecilla. Whoa. Little warning would have helped. Damn it all! You'll pay for this! Phew! At last they're gone. Are you alright? Yeah, you could have warned me. The plan was a success, and it's all thanks to you, Skip. You were so brave up there. You should be thanking Cecil, not me. She helped me find the strength to cast away my fears. And now I'm ready to complete Nem's trial. To the Crystarium. So... how's this learning the guard? Because no guards ever showed up. Huh. Skip took off to the skies that belonged to him, and Nem bore witness to it all, from takeoff to landing. I had my doubts at first, but he's grown so much in such a short time. Soon I will call the Crystarium home. And after I inform the guard of our recent encounter with the poachers, I should hope that they will be the last we hear of them. Let's return to the rookery. All right. I know who I want to talk to. There you are. I insist we wait for your arrival before Nem announced her decision. After bearing witness to Skip's flight from the bell and his outstanding bravery in the face of danger, I hereby declare him fit to join the Amaro here at Temenos Rookery. Thank you all so much. I promise you all I can get that my gift might bring man and Amaro close together, as they once were in the days of Ronka. When you told me earlier you were no slouch either, Bethric. Yes, well, I'm merely grateful I had the opportunity to overcome my apprehension of riding Amaro. How fortuitous that you chose me rather than one of your stable hands. I'm not sure I understand what it is you're implying. Huh. More importantly, this whole ordeal has taught me that it requires more than knowledge to be skilled in medicine. If I'm ever to be a truly great veterinarian, I have to let go of the past and my fears of failure. It has kept me from fully committing to the care of Amaro despite my love for them, and I suspect they could sense my trepidation. A lesson I think we all do well to learn here. Thank you again, Cecil, for all your help. And you as well, Bethric. Your intention is to be more committed to the care of the Amaro. I hope that means we can count you to prepare our food in the future. For you, Skip, anything. What do you say we return the means, Cecil? The Amaro's medicines want for mixing and they won't do it themselves. The future looks bright, old friend. Yep. Crystal, alright, the shard's right here. Oh, Cecil, you've done so much for me in the Amaro, I'm at a loss as how to repay your kindness. Skip wouldn't be alive if not for you. And like it's not, I would have placed the blame on anyone but myself. That all ends now. I'll do whatever it takes to ensure that Amaro never again want for succor. I have my work cut out for me, but don't be a stranger, alright? Perhaps I can aim to help you with something for a change. Yes! I'm saving the Amaro! I'm an Amaro Whisper. So that is the end of the final Crystalline Mean questline. Now, I don't know if this is the big quest, this next one, this big wrap-up one is a big one, like with the role quest, it probably is. So, I'll be doing it in the next parts. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Later.